All right, Ken Course here, and I want to talk about a quick and dirty campaign that I just ran over the past week. And as you can see from the figures that are down here now, it was a campaign that I used to turn $89.35 into $987. And so one of the things I think about that when most people approach their Facebook ads is that most people think of really large, really complicated campaigns that, are about the long-term lead generation or funnel or things like that. I love those types of campaigns. In fact, my offer in this promotion that I was going to talk about is actually directly related to the course where I teach that, which is Facebook Results in 2018. And in fact, what I'm also doing, for those of you who are watching this live now, is the promotion that I use, the promotional price that I use for Facebook Results, for those of you that are really serious about Facebook ads or like knowing the ins and outs and the full breadth of a campaign, I'm actually going to open that offer up again for the next few days for those of you that are watching this. So as you can see, that URL is down there on the bottom, so you can check that out as we're going through the video. But I'm going to show that page to you, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did for this quick and dirty campaign. And so this all started with a partner promotion. And what I know about partner promotions for most people, especially those of you out there, and if you're anything like me, you go, well, I don't really have a big list. And so I want to do the best I can. I think everybody that goes into being a partner wants to be a good partner. They want to send as many people as they can. And so I was doing an interview for the phenomenal Business Success Cafe. And although my interview is not up anymore, I still highly recommend you check out what Kathy's doing at Business Success Cafe. It's businesssuccesscafe.com. So she did that. I was doing an interview for her. And the format of her interviews are she does 20-minute interviews with all sorts of different business experts on all sorts of different topics that are out there. And so I was the featured guest for that interview. And so as I was thinking about it, I said, well, whenever I do anything in my business, there are only 3 ways to promote anything. And this is always the issue that a lot of people kind of lose sight, or they make things overcomplicated. And this was quick and dirty. So I'm about to do this interview, and I knew that this was a partner interview, that I was going to be sharing this with my people. She was going to be sharing it with her people. And at the end of that interview, I was going to make an offer. So there's only 3 ways to promote anything. So if you've seen me on Expert Momentum or you've seen any of my Facebook Lives, you've probably seen me talk about this before, that there are only 3 ways to promote anything, whether it's a freebie, an offer, sales, whatever it is. You can pay. So pay is number 1. Pay means that you're spending money, Facebook ads in this case, or any kind of money to get eyeballs, to get traffic, to get promotion to your program. So you pay. That's number 1. 2 is you promote. So I was scheduled to promote as well. I shared the interview on my social media. I shared it in my groups. I shared it here on the Explore Momentum page. I sent emails out for it as well, multiple emails out for that offer, including the expiration. So you promote. And for a lot of you, that also might mean in-person stuff, networking, getting in front of people, talking to people, whatever you can to promote it yourself, saying, hey, I have this thing you need to see. I have this interview you need to see. Whatever it is that you have, you promote. So that's number 2. So we did pay and we did promote. Then the third one, which was built into the campaign, is partner. Since I was doing this interview for Business Success Cafe, and since Kathy was the promotional partner, both of us were sending this information out to our lists. So she had an email list, I have an email list. And the intent was, what I put into the campaign was going to get her new people in the Business Success Cafe, which I want her to have. And then my goal was, people would see the interview, go, hey, that guy's really smart, or that guy's really awesome. I'm interested in his course. Plus, I can get that course for 80% off, which you can too for watching this video for the next few days, exploremomentum.com/results. But you can get this program for 80% off, then you become part of my community. And so that's where the $987 in this campaign comes from. The best types of marketing campaigns combine all 3 of those elements. So when you want to launch something, when you want to do something, when you want to scope it out, you should have at least one way that you're paying, that you're partnering, and that you're promoting. John says 5. I do need 5. I don't have 5 in this, but I should have 5 in this. So as we were getting closer to the promotion, I'm like, great, I want to do a quick and dirty Facebook ad. I know that I'm not going to throw a ton of budget at this. This wasn't going to be a long-term thing. It's for an interview, but I wanted to generate a surge of activity towards that thing. So I also promised in the description of this, which is really important, that most people are missing low-hanging fruit opportunities where Facebook ads can really be helpful. And the reason for that is that most people do their Facebook lives or post their Facebook videos in the wrong places. So lots of experts, especially over the past year, I'm one of them, will tell you that Facebook groups are amazing. Or if you post it on your Facebook profile, you get seduced by the view count. You go, oh, well, my video reaches so many more people when I post it on my Facebook profile or when I post it in my group. I get way more activity in there. And people go, oh, I posted on my page, it doesn't reach as many people. However, there's one huge benefit to posting videos on your Facebook page, and that is that anybody that views your video, even if they're scrolling by it, they click play, they do whatever they do, can be put into an advertisement audience. That's called a retargeting audience. For those of you who don't know what retargeting is, I talk about it a ton in the course. So anybody that views a video that is posted or Facebook Live that is posted on your Facebook page can then be put into a retargeting audience, which means I can go back and retarget everyone that's watched one video or all of my videos or any of my videos for the last year. So I can go back and show them, hey, I know you watched a piece of my video. I know that you're going to be a person that's most likely to A, know who I am, B, be interested in what I have to say, C, want to see me in another interview. And so most people don't realize if you post in a group or you post in a profile, you start there and then you share it to your page, you don't get those retargeting viewers. Now, that may change any given day. However, the reason I do that, and you noticed I even did it with this video, is I will post it to my page and then I will share it to my profile in groups. Yes, my reach from the beginning generally isn't as high as other campaigns. So then what I can do with that is then I can start taking that into a retargeting audience. So in Facebook, most people don't even realize that this exists. Let me get rid of my lower third too, so that I can show that here for a second. Most people don't even realize that there is a tool in your Facebook Ads Manager. So I use Business Manager, but if we go in here, even if you go in regular old, oh, that's in the group. Let me go, but I'll start from the beginning here. If you click up here, you'll notice you can go to All Tools. And over here, there's this awesome little thing that's called Audiences. It might be a little hard to see on screen, especially if you're watching this on mobile, but I'm going to do the best I can to zoom in on this in a second here. So if you're watching it on mobile, sorry about that. So what you can do from there is there's this handy little button up here that says Create Audience. So you're going to create a custom audience. And then what you're going to do is in here, it gives you some options. So the one we care about for this is called engagement, which means I want to target anybody that watches, or that watched any of my videos. So when I click that engagement button, it gives me some options. And again, the one we care about the most here is video. So when I go in here, I can choose a type. So I can say people have viewed 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 25, 50, 75, 95%. So 95 would be great. I might use that for really highly engaged people for big ones. But I know that my videos are long a lot of the time, like even this one is already 15 minutes. So I know a lot of people are not going to be watching the whole thing, or they go away, they come back. So in my case, I cared about targeting people that had watched either 10 seconds or 50 seconds of my video. So I'm just going to pick 10 seconds for this example, because this gives me the widest possible reach for people who have seen my face before, and they're like, hey, there's Ken. What does he have to say? So then if I click choose videos in here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick, I have a zillion pages since I have an agency and I do ads for a lot of people. And you'll see that all of my videos are in here. There are pages and pages of different videos. And you can see, in fact, on this one that I ran which is the promo that I'm going to talk about in a second, this one has 2,162 views. And as I said, quick and dirty campaign. Not talking about huge campaign right here, talking about quick and dirty, low budget, just throwing something to try and get a result at the wall. So in this, let me go back and talk a little bit now that I've created this audience. I can check this box and I can say I want to target any of these 2,100 people that watch 10 seconds of my video or more. So I'm going to confirm, and then it asks me how long in the past do I want to go with this. So I can do 180 days, and the most for a video view is a year. So I can target anybody that has watched more than 10 seconds of any of my videos for the past year. So in this case, I'm going to just leave that alone. And then I'm going to give it a name. I like to put RT at the beginning of mine. Anybody that works with me knows RT stands for retargeting. And I'll say 10-second video viewers business success cafe, or whatever the promotion is right here. So I'll create the audience, and then Facebook does its little mojo, and it tells you it will take you about 30 minutes for your audience to use. It generally doesn't take that long, but at the same time, you just want to be aware that this can take a while, and then it's going to show you that this is populating. So this was step one of my campaign. I'm going to look at my comments real quick because I saw that I had another comment here. Okay, no, so it's just John and everyone. Thank you to all of you that are out there watching. And if you have questions or comments, go ahead and stop me real quick. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And yes, 5 is the best number. Okay, so now let's go back to our other view. And so let's talk about what the strategy was. So my first step was I went back over all of the videos that I had done, and I've been doing my show, Expert Momentum, here on the channel for the past 6 months or so. So I went back and I picked everybody that had watched a few seconds of one of my videos. So I went, checked all the boxes and said, anybody that did 10 seconds of each one of those videos, I want to put an ad in front of them. Then, for the purpose of testing, which I'm going to show you exactly what I did for the test, I did some other audiences because I wanted to see, and I know from experience, which a lot of that is what you can learn in the results course, I know from experience that smaller audiences generally cost a little bit more to get in front of. A lot of times your costs will be higher than choosing large audiences. So I wanted to pick a couple of audiences and I'll show you what I did. But really I said, all right, I just want to target anybody that probably knows who I am, who has seen some videos. And so then I recorded a video. My next step was to record a quick video. An important note about that video that you record, it was less than 60 seconds. So that video that I recorded, I think actually was like 58 seconds. It was right below the 60-second mark. So why that length of video for this promotion? The reason is that I wanted to try to maximize the number of platforms that I could appear on. And I'll show you exactly how this works in a second. But the interesting part is that Facebook actually advertises a lot more places than Facebook. When you place Facebook ads, you can advertise on Facebook, you can advertise mobile or desktop, you can advertise on Instagram, you can advertise on what's called their audience network, which are partner sites that show Facebook ads or things like that. So you get some selections that you can make in here. So so basically the second step of this strategy was, so first step was, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and start building my audiences of people that had viewed my videos. Then second step was that I was going to create a video that was less than 60 seconds of me just doing a quick and dirty video. Hey, I'm appearing in this interview. I give a discount at the end for 85% off of my Facebook results course, which is normally $297, and it was $47 for this offer, and it's that price again right now, by the way, hint, hint. And so from there, I'm like, here's what you need to know about what I talked about in the interview, which are all the changes to Facebook. If you've been on Facebook and haven't been under a rock and you've been doing Facebook Lives and statuses and all that stuff, you've probably noticed that Facebook reach has gone down. Your page has gone down, your profile has gone down. In fact, I said in the interview that what I noticed was that even when I got on the train here in Boston and I realized like, oh, I got on the train and there's Facebook ads all over saying, we're not going to show you as much business content anymore. I knew how real this experience was for most people. That for the most part, if you just post on Facebook, try to set it and forget it, chances are it's not going to work. The reach has gone way, way down. So I said, all right, I want to target first in that video, once I record that, as many platforms as I can. I want to target people that have watched my videos at this point as well. And so I created under a 60-second video. Now, if you want to reach all of the platforms that Facebook can reach, your video needs to be under 15 seconds. Now, for a lot of you, if it's not a super warm audience or you're doing quick and dirty, I wouldn't worry as much about that. The 60-second mark or the 30-second mark is a lot more important. And as I said, this is quick and dirty. I'm not talking about long terms because yes, for a long-term campaign, you probably want to have a version of the video or an entry video that's under 15 seconds. So you can reach as many of the potential places as you can. So I create my audience, I record my video, and I'm like, great, here we go. And so then the next step I have to do is obviously go in and I have to create an ad. So I want to drive to video viewers. So the cheapest type of traffic you can get on Facebook right now are video viewers. There are multiple reasons for this. So reason number one is that you obviously, Facebook is in competition with Google right now. They're in competition with YouTube, and you should be thinking of Facebook as like your modern day television station. Most people think of Facebook as their entertainment. Like most young people watch their Facebook over watching TV, and video is an absolutely enormous part of that. So I said, great, I want to drive to my video and I want to get as much traffic as I can. As you can see, there was 2,200 viewers or whatever in there to that video. And most of all, I want to target to those people. And so I went in and I created an ad for video viewers. And let me demonstrate that real quick. So I'm going to go in here. I created an ad. Whoops. Yeah. So first step is you create a campaign. We'll just call this. I'm loading this up real quick, and you'll see there's some objectives in here. And again, for those of you that want to learn all of this, Facebook results, $47. I'm reopening the special that I sold on this promotion, but I'm going to show you again. Most people think about, I want to drive traffic to my website, or I want to get conversions. I want people to opt into my thing, or I want to generate leads. But in this case, I was doing video views. So we'll just call this video test, BSC model. And so I'm just going to save this. So then I'm going to continue. So in here, then it's asking me to create ad sets. So ad sets are the ways that we divide up our various targets. So I would say in this ad set, I want to target my retargeting people. Now, in this model, I created multiple targets, and I'll show you how I did that. So we'll just do test ad set, we'll call this. So right here in custom audiences, this is where I can target those Business Success Cafe promo video viewers or any of my custom audiences that I have in here. So you'll see that this is already grown in here. So it shows me 1,800 people that watch 10 seconds of that video or more. So I can select that audience. And what I also did for the purpose of this test, and I know this is getting in the weeds, but I promised it was quick and dirty and it was about campaigns. So I'm getting into the weeds on purpose. So what I also did is I created a larger audience to test against, which I knew would be a little bit cheaper. And so I wanted to target people here in my local area. So I targeted Boston. I'm going to do this real quick. And then I can move the slider up and down to say how many people I want within that radius, or I can choose the current city only. So I can leave this at 25 miles around Boston, which I live in Quincy, which is in that 25-mile circle, or I can expand it a little bit to 50 miles, or I can decrease it a little bit to 10 miles. But in this case, I'm pretty sure I just left it the default, the 25 miles, but we'll look at that in a second. So I can do all sorts of custom targeting stuff in here. I can say, in my case, I only want to target people that are adults, so I can change my age, change my genders, change languages. I can add some detailed targeting. So in this case, since I mostly talk to speakers and businesses, you can type in something like small business. And again, quick and dirty here, not trying to get into long term. I teach the long terms and the targeting stuff in the Facebook results course, but for the sake of being quick and dirty in this example, this is what I'm talking about. And so you can type in things like small business or things that are related to your business, see what comes up and see what your audience size looks like. So we'll just do quick and dirty, as I said. This gets me 210,000 people interested in small business in the Boston area that I want to put my video in front of. That placement stuff I was talking about. So again, if you want to just quick and dirty, leave it automatic, but it will not automatically not place in the places you're not eligible. Or you can control by editing placements where you want it to show up, and it shows you all the different places that Facebook ads can place. One thing I recommend, even on a quick and dirty campaign, this is a retargeting campaign, so I will use Audience Network. But if you're doing a campaign where you're specifically focused on retargeting or building a retargeting audience, turn Audience Network off. You cannot retarget Audience Network traffic. So turn that off. If you're trying to get like this Boston audience, I would have turned that off because I want to be able to retarget any of those people that watch my video. And if they watched it on the Audience Network, I cannot retarget them. So I care about retargeting them. Put in whatever your budget is. In this case, I think my budget was like $10 an ad set or something like that, and I did it for a few days. Then you can choose what type of ad. So do you want to optimize for 10-second views or 2-second views? Obviously, it's easier to get 2 continuous seconds easily, but I want the 10-second views, and there's all sorts of stuff about bids and all that stuff that I'm talking about in here that you can do later. So now let's go back. I'm pretty sure I have asset library open in both of these. So let me go back to the actual campaign that I ran. So then you go in, you pick your video, you pick your creative. Again, all that stuff is stuff that I cover in the Facebook results course. But for the quick and dirty case, let's look at the 2 campaigns that I ran. So this is the one that goes to the video. So in here, if I go in and I look at the ad sets that I created in here, I had my existing audience. So you see this is really quick and dirty that I did right here. I had my existing audience, which were all those video viewers. And then I had this new audience that was in the Boston area that I was just talking about. Both of those were at $10 a day. So again, not huge numbers I was going for here. This was just quick and dirty, as I said. And as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, just from experience, something I know, for my smaller audience, I knew that those video views and that reach and that traffic would be a bit more expensive. And again, I wasn't trying to optimize this campaign. You can drive those video viewer costs down. There's all sorts of ways that you can make it cheaper. But again, I'm focused on the quick and dirty here, like a lot of you are. We just want to do a quick and dirty successful campaign. My intent wasn't to spend a ton of budget or a ton of money on this. I just wanted to put a surge of energy and a surge of intention towards this campaign. So, I split my budget a little bit, and as you can see, it came up pretty even. I ran this for a couple of days. So $30 spent on the existing audience, $30 on the Boston audience. The thing you can see is even at the end of the day with the more expensive views, the impressions and the reach are not that crazy far apart. Now, I knew this wasn't a huge audience of people that had viewed my videos, so I knew this would be smaller, but the impressions aren't that far apart. Yes, they were a little expensive, but I still got, I still reached 920 people who had already viewed my existing videos, and I reached about 3,000 people in the Boston area that might be interested in the Business Success Cafe or the interview that I did there. Then the other thing that I did once the offer went live, so I was promoting the interview first. Once the offer went live, I wanted to retarget page traffic, and I wanted to retarget those video viewers, and I wanted to try to more aggressively get them to sign up for the offer, which would result in more sales. Now, in your case, how you might do this, or what might be best for you, is you do a video that's doing your promotion, or you do a video that's talking about, whatever the training is, like you're going to see me do with this video that I'm doing right now. And then you will do a traffic campaign or a conversion campaign. You can do it either way. That's sending people who viewed that video alone or who viewed that thing alone to the page or to the offer, to the site. Again, there are many different ways you can do that specific step. Sometimes I'll do them as conversion ads. In this case, I wanted to get as many people in front of that offer or in front of that page as I could. So in this case, it was really important for me to do that so that I, got as many people as potential to see the Business Success Cafe, to sign up for it, to be part of that interview, and to find that offer and all that stuff. So, quick and dirty campaign. I spent, as you can see, $89.35 on this. And combined with the other efforts in the campaign, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, the purpose of this quick and dirty campaign wasn't for Facebook ads to be the only thing I was doing, because there was pay, there was partnership, and there was promotion. And so based on that, I was looking at the overall success of that campaign. I wanted to see, all right, between all of our efforts, all of our pay, all of our partner, all of our promotion, what would the results of that campaign be? And drum roll, as I mentioned, over here, the results of that campaign were 21 sales, $987. And most of those were partner sales. People that watched the Business Success Cafe video and interview, and then they went and signed up for the offer. And I had a couple of people that happened to see the video and happened to go to the offer page to do that as well. So they weren't necessarily through that. But overall, I wanted to do it quick and dirty. I wanted to say, all right, I care overall that my partner gets leads. I care overall that my offer gets traction. I care overall that I do a video on my Facebook page. I'm going to place ads to it, not spending a ton of money, limited budget, to see where we were. And that's over 11 times the amount that was invested in that campaign. And as you can see from the numbers, what really matters about this is that I got in front of 4,000 people that I would never have gotten in front of had I not done the paid part, had I not spent that $90 that I put here. That's 4,000 additional people that I got in front of that I didn't have, the opportunity to get in front of before. And I understand, again, I'm not talking about optimization. I'm not talking about bid strategy. I'm not talking about all the advanced concepts. I'm just talking about quick and dirty. I wanted to get this out in front of more people. I wanted more people to understand and see that I was doing this thing. The numbers, as you can see, aren't earth-shatteringly huge budgets or earth-shatteringly huge numbers, but I know for a lot of you who might have an audience that's 25, 50, 100 people, you don't have a ton of traction or you don't have a ton of reach, a quick and dirty little test like this, where you create an under 60-second video, you drive your existing video viewers, and you drive like a cold audience like you just saw. As I said in there, I drove a cold audience as well to that offer, and then retargeting those video viewers into, conversion or into traffic really makes a difference. And I know, again, for some of you, this might have been Greek. You might have watched this video, and in fact, I'll go check out. I don't see any more comments. Alex says, this is amazing, homie. Thank you. I always do try to pay attention to my questions and comments and stuff. And if you have questions or comments about this after you're watching it, please leave them in the comments. I'm always active. I might do another video to talk about it. You might say, why did you choose this and not that? You might say, you suck, I get better results than you. Plenty of people get great results. Plenty of people spend huge budgets. But I'm mostly, as I said, focused on the quick, the dirty, something that you could do right now. All of you right now could record a 60-second video, spend 30 to 50 bucks, driving some traffic to it, and then retargeting that traffic through to an offer. Again, there are sometimes better ways to do these things. I go into huge detail. Oh, I didn't show the page. Oops, my bad. So I know a lot of people would want to know, all right, what page did they go to? They went to the Business Success Cafe, as I said, and then the sales page was this page, and this is the page in particular that's talking about the Facebook results course and what all the cool stuff that I teach in that. In fact, I know Julia, who is watching this, I know a couple of you that were watching this are students in my Facebook results course. So this was the sales page. It's a $47 special for the course. It's normally $297. I cover all the ins and outs, the specifics of your long-term campaign. How do you target? How do you build your customer avatar? How do you understand how to balance your Facebook assets? So it's more than just paid that I'm talking about in this process. Then how to enhance with paid traffic. Because I know most of you watching this, you're not in this to become giant Facebook ads experts. If you are, great. Facebook ads are a huge and great tool that you can use successfully. But I'm mostly focused on how you use Facebook ads to enhance your campaigns or to add to your campaigns or to do what I just said. Get in front of an additional 4,000 people, which results in an additional, 5 or 10 sales. That makes a huge difference to a lot of you. That is what creates the 11 times ROI of 89.35 to 987. So, a lot of you want to know, how do you use that? And then Facebook jail is a big thing that I have a client right now that's dealing with Facebook jail, and I feel really bad for her, and it sucks. But, how do you stay out of Facebook jail? How do you balance all this stuff? How do you balance your profiles, your groups, your pages? Like I just told you, video is always, always, always on your Facebook pages. You want to make sure that you have video on your Facebook pages in this case, because it makes a huge difference in your ability to get in front of people and your ability to retarget. Like I just told you, you cannot do what I just showed you if you post your videos on your profile or on your groups. Oh, I see comments coming in. Oh, Julia said it's a great course. Thank you. But this is a quick and dirty campaign. I know a lot of you want to know how to do that, and because I wanted to show you exactly what I did, I also wanted to open up the offer again. So if you are interested in learning how Facebook ads or the latest strategy in Facebook, I'm reopening that offer I did for Business Success Cafe. So it's 80% off the normal price of the course. To go through, everyone I know that's taken it said it's one of the most detailed and hands-on courses they've seen on Facebook ads. It helps you sell programs, it helps you promote events, it helps you do your partner promotions, it helps you do all that stuff. If you want to know more about it, or you want to say I can do better than you, you probably can. I've been doing this for a long time, but I know lots of people who are phenomenal at ads. There are many people who do great at ads. This isn't just about ads. This is about managing Facebook and paid traffic as part of your overall strategy. So what you learn in the course, you can apply to a lot more than just Facebook ads. But I'm reopening that for a couple of days. This is a quick and dirty campaign I know all of you can do. Again, to go through the steps one more time, what I did is I filmed that quick video, or I gathered all my previous video viewers into an audience. I also created a cold audience in the Boston area that was interested in small business. I put a few other things in there to target as a test. I created a less than 60-second video that I put out that was talking about what I was doing, that was talking about the offer. I ran traffic for a couple of days, again, $10 budget a day, not huge. You can do $5 or is the minimum you can do to that video. Then I retargeted the people that viewed my under 60-second video to the offer to sign up for Business Success Cafe, and then inevitably to sign up for the Facebook results course. Again, it was 21 sales, $987. Some of that was split with the partner at this point, which is how these campaigns work. But really quick and dirty campaign. All of you can do something very similar for not a huge budget, especially if you have something big coming up. You should be using paid traffic to enhance what you're doing in this case. So, hope this was valuable to you. I know a lot of you ask questions about these types of basic campaigns or think, do I have to spend thousands of dollars? Again, these aren't always perfect campaigns. There's always other things to consider. Do your offers work? Does your target work? Do you not have any video viewers yet? Some of you might need to get those video viewers. Some of you just need to know how all this works. That's exactly why I'm reopening the offer. Check out Facebook results if you liked this training. Ask me a question. I'm happy to answer that question in the community or on the page below. So ask that question, and I will see all of you very, very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, wonderful rest of your summer if I don't talk to you soon, and we'll talk to you very soon.